Let's look at what's moving the stock market today. If you're not already, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. So it's headlines like this: Stocks rise after U.S. trade court blocks Trump's emergency tariffs. We're going to take a look at how this will affect your money, your stocks, your future investments. So today, May 29th, a U.S. court struck down a set of tariffs that had been put into place. These tariffs were aimed at foreign goods, especially things like steel, aluminum, electronics, and so much more. The idea was to protect American industries from cheap imports. But of course, there's more to it. These tariffs also made a lot of imported goods more expensive for the US, for our companies, our consumers. This has been a problem for years. And so now the US court blocking those tariffs has investors thinking, will companies be able to pay less for their materials? Maybe supply chain issues will ease. And so, with that, boost to investor sentiment, stocks rise. So, midday, right after this news came out, all of the indices started to climb. This was a strong signal of optimism because when companies are going to get lower costs, their profits might go up. And when profits go up, the stock price usually follows. So, industries like manufacturing, tech, construction could all benefit from this ruling if it sticks. Let's think about it. Companies that need metal and electronics from overseas might be able to get lower costs and boost the overall bottom line for their company. So, if you invest into ETFs like I do, for example, VOO, you're getting broad exposure to lots of different sectors. An ETF that's going to hold those industrials, tech, consumer goods. This ruling could help them to perform better over time. Even if you're not investing yet, you're still going to be impacted. Lower tariffs can lead to cheaper prices for the everyday things that we need. We may not be buying a car, but we may need car repairs, a new phone, a new appliance for our house, or in some cases, even our groceries. So we're all hoping and waiting for any easing that we can get related to inflation. So I've been talking about this for weeks now, especially since the beginning of April as Liberation Day was rolling around. What are tariffs? They are taxes put onto materials that are coming into our country. So, for example, US tariff on Chinese steel would make that more expensive for the US buyers. These measures are supposed to help to protect US steelmakers, but what it's going to do is lead to higher costs that are going to be passed on to us, the consumer. This court ruling saying, no, you can't do that, is trying to make a step to open the door for us to have those cheaper imports again. So, companies that are reliant upon global trade like Tesla, Ford, or even construction companies are hoping that this type of thing will stick and not be overturned in order to decrease their prices. While other companies, like I was mentioning, American steel companies, would love for it to stay in place, the tariffs, in order for them to have an opportunity to compete against these cheaper foreign goods. So, of course, we have to pay attention because there are lots of different things. We can expect that the White House will appeal this decision. We may see some short term relief, but experts warn that Trump's trade policies could still create a lot of volatility in the market. And of course, I feel that he is going to fight this and not take this court ruling sitting down because, as we've seen, he is very firm in his beliefs. So, this could lead to that market volatility that I feel we should have our eyes open to for potential to build our portfolio, to navigate good trades on days like this when these news catalysts really move the market. It's times like this that I'm glad that I've strived to get my portfolio more diversified, incorporating ETFs in order to get that broad diversification and not be so heavily impacted if one sector is struggling. Global politics, legal decisions, so many different things can affect the stock market drastically. So we have to be ready for all of these changes. Be aware, especially when it comes to our individual stocks, but stay informed, stay invested, be ready to adjust if needed. But if you build a strong portfolio, a diversified portfolio, you'll be able to weather the storm when certain positions are going to have a significant pullback and some others may be thriving. But you'll always be supported by building a strong foundation of those ETFs to give stability during these rough times. In the short term, we might see our portfolios thrive a little bit, but I'm already ready for the volatility that may come, as I said, once these things are being appealed and battled by the White House potentially. So make sure to drop me some comments and let me know your thoughts on this trade court's decision. Are you keeping your eyes open, setting your alerts, finding opportunities in order to build up your portfolio in between the volatility that is going on? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and set it to all so you can keep up with all of my videos and live streams. Check out my referral links for Weeble, Moomoo, as well as channel membership. Those are all ways that you can support the channel. Okay, bye.